The best way to get ahead is to get started.
It's your time right now, you won't get it back. This is mine right now, you won't get it back. Gotta grind right now, this is where it's at. Gotta shine right now, gotta shine through. You just gotta shine through.
What's up? What's going on, everybody? It's your guy T Spice, back at you again with the Uncle Sunny Project, where we remind you to have the guts to follow your guts. I cannot tell you guys how excited I am to finally be getting started on the Uncle Sunny Project, the video series where I can connect with you and hopefully give you some tips and strategies to change and tweak your perception just a little bit to make you a better entrepreneur. Here on this first episode, however, I'm going to take it light. I'm going to take it easy on you. I'm gonna let you guys get by with just an introduction of myself, introduction of the Uncle Sunny Project, so you fully understand what we're here to do and where we're headed. What is the intention of Uncle Sunny Project and why did it get started in the first place? So, who am I? I am Talmadge Spicer. And the question that I get more often than not is, what does your name mean? I mean, it's so unique. I've never heard it before. Like, where do you get that from? Like, who are you? Where are you from? I don't know what my name means, guys. I looked it up and I got everything from Tal to backpack. So if you have some type of inspirational, something that's very interesting, a definition for Talmadge, please drop it in the comments below. Don't troll my name, guys. Don't troll me. But let me know if you have anything that I could say to answer that question. What I do know about my name, though, is that I was named after my father's favorite uncle. His name was Talmadge Staten. Everybody called him Sunny. Hence the name Uncle Sunny Project. So boom, there you go. I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York. Shout out Bed-Stuy, do or die. You already know, we out here. And I eventually moved to New Jersey, where I went to high school and college. Shout out to Plainfield and Fairleigh Dickinson University. We call it fairly ridiculous because the tuition is sky high, and it's probably a lot higher now than it was when I went there. And actually, Fairleigh Dickinson played a major role in what made me become an entrepreneur. I studied business marketing, so I was around a lot of business-minded individuals, and I learned a lot about finance, accounting, a lot of these different business disciplines, right? So I was very interested in how a business works right from Fairleigh Dickinson. What put me over the ledge and made me an entrepreneur was the loans, the student debt, that's right. So I have over $150,000 in student loans, probably closer to $200,000 depending on the interest. I don't know, I lose track. There's a bunch of big numbers in there. And the only way that I saw myself being able to pay that back is by having an unlimited amount of income, and the only way I was going to be doing that was by becoming an entrepreneur. So I decided I was going to be an entrepreneur, and I started learning about the entrepreneurial world. My very first book, just like many other entrepreneurs, was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And it was a book that I was told to read over and over and over and over again. It was actually probably one of my school assignments, but I didn't do it. When I finally did read the book, it opened my mind to a whole new way of looking at things, a whole new way of dealing with money and playing the game, the economic game that is the capitalist American society. So why did I start the Uncle Sunny Project? Well, once I decided that I was going to be an entrepreneur, I jumped in with both feet. I started becoming the best version of myself, or what I thought would be the best version of myself. And through doing that, I actually met a mentor that took me on and gave me an opportunity to actually run my own business and learn at the same time. Now, being an employee, I was unaware that the entrepreneurial mindset in the entrepreneurial world took a different person. It required a different person of me. I thought that I was going to be able to go in there and take the skills and talents that I already had and move this box here and put this there and do this and do that, and everything was going to be great. I thought that entrepreneurship happened outside of me. And it worked for a little while. I eventually moved out to Idaho, Boise, Idaho, lived in Nampa, Idaho. Shout out to potatoes. Everything was great until it wasn't. I was doing everything right externally and nothing right internally. It caused me to fall into a deep depression and really affected my relationship. It really affected my business, and it really affected just everything, actually. It affected my whole world to the point where I didn't even want to be on the planet anymore, right? Moved back home, tried out this 9-to-5 job thing a little bit, did not want to hear anything positive, anything entrepreneurial at all, and eventually realized that the job that I was doing wasn't meaningful, so I was still unhappy. So I'm like, what the hell, right? So I decided to leave that job, which was one of the best decisions that I've ever made. So freeing, so liberating. It reminded me that I was in control and I had a choice in life. I did not have to do one thing or the other. I was not forced to do one thing or the other. So I took the choice, left the job, and made my way back into the entrepreneurial space. But this time I decided to do it differently. If I was going to listen to anything that was pertaining to the entrepreneurial mindset, I wasn't just going to understand it. I wasn't just going to intellectualize it, but I was going to apply it, and I was going to use it to grow as an individual first. My first priority has been to develop myself. I realized that the business wasn't something I worked on. The business was me, and I needed to improve in order to have a successful business. This is something that I wish I had known earlier. Therefore, I created a program. We call it the UNCEL SUNNY Project, and it's aimed at helping people move from the employee mindset to that entrepreneurial mindset, because there is a need for mental, spiritual, and physical support in that space. And I hope to be there for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. That's all I have for you today. Love, love, be well, and don't forget to have the guts to follow your guts. Peace.
Gotta shine right now, gotta shine through. You just gotta shine through.